All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsion, habit, reason, passion, and desire. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. I have gained this by philosophy. I do without being ordered what some are constrained to do by their fear of the law. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. The more you know you don't know. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. It is not always the same thing to be a good man and a good citizen. Without friends, no one would want to live, even if he had all other goods. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in the consciousness that we deserve them. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Wise men speak when they have something to say. Fools speak because they have to say something. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and the end of human existence. Misfortune shows those who are not really friends. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. Learning is an ornament in prosperity, a refuge in adversity, and a provision in old age. Happiness is a state of activity. All persons ought to endeavor to follow what is right and not what is established. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differs from the dead. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. The only stable state is the one in which all men are equal before the law. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Comedy aims at representing men as worse, tragedy as better than in actual life. It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children, because they are more certain they are their own. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Anyone who has no need of anybody, but himself is either a beast or a god. To write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. All earthquakes and disasters are warnings. There's too much corruption in the world. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history, for poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular. Time crumbles things. Everything grows old under the power of time, and is forgotten through the lapse of time. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man. It is of the nature of desire not to be satisfied, and most men live only for the gratification of it. If things do not turn out as we wish, we should wish for them as they turn out. The weak are always anxious for justice and equality. The strong pay no heed to either. Men create gods after their own image, not only with regard to their form, but with regard to their mode of life. All who have meditated on the art of governing mankind have been convinced that the fate of empires depends on the education of youth. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Democracy arose from men's thinking that if they are equal in any respect, they are equal absolutely. Tolerance and apathy are the last virtues of a dying society. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is reaching out and striving for his goals. The best friend is the man who, in wishing me, well wishes it for my sake.